Hello, humanoid sentience. Welcome to my redo of day 3 of my delusional plan to make Minecraft content. Let's play. I know when we last left off, I was inside that cave, or that interesting formation cavey thingy, and I was all excited about that. And now, all you can see is that I am back here in the village, and that's because I did a day 3 recording. I thought I was done. Wash my hands of it. Hooray! I was gonna come back the next day and worry about day 4. Unfortunately, I discovered when I went to go look into my editing process and just kind of, you know, look through and get some things lined up and, I managed to somehow not capture any of the gameplay. Because hooray. So it's just my face in this little box in the corner of your screen and no gameplay. And that upsets me greatly. However, we're going to go ahead and obviously this is going to be your day 3. Obviously. But that is why I am here instead of actually being in the little cave area. You didn't really miss much. I got shot by a skeleton and that sucked. You know, skeletons like killing me. Eventually, I will have myself a bow and skeletons won't know what hit them. But in the meantime, skeletons tend to kick my kitty cat noise. So, one of the things that I want to do after discussing with like friends, etc., who also enjoy this type of content and, some people who make this kind of content, I have made some adjustments. Glorpy. It's so glorpy. Anyway, I have made some. Will you stop getting in my way? I have made some adjustments to my video aspect as well as to, my audio to try and help with like some of the more uncomfortable aspects of my gameplay, as was reported to me by other individuals. Now, of course, I wonder if you all can hear those text tones when they go off. You'd think I'd be a lot better about, you know, silencing that. However, clearly I'm not. You know what? No. I'm just gonna leave that there. If anybody else has some recommendations that they want to throw out there, I will certainly take everything under advisement. Now, I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to do everything that everybody says, but I will take it under advisement. And I know it may seem like I'm, you know, putting the cart before the horse because, I'm still just a nobody. But I am going to say that at the time of this recording, I have 2 comments on my day 1 video. So proud of that. So proud of you've no so proud. And they're people I don't know. So it's not like, oh, my friends went on there and made some comments. No, no, no. These are people I don't know. I got comments from 2 strangers who happened to cross my video on YouTube and felt like it was necessary to put a comment. Anywho, so yeah, if any of the strangers come back and they want to, add some comments to my videos and, make some recommendations that they think, will actually help me with, making these things more entertaining for people other than me, then, yeah, again, I will certainly take that under advisement. The rest of those I want to take back with me. Now, I got some mushrooms. Mushrooms! And okay. I'm gonna go like, sticky out, because they're pretty and they make me happy. They bring me joy. And these will go in there because they're gonna go back with me. And then I'm gonna take this out of here, put it up here in my rando spot. I'm gonna take these lodestones from over here. That's what I got. Ooh, fire charges. I have fire charges from somewhere else too. No, okay, that's fine. I guess I didn't need to have fire charges from somewhere else too. Got some coal in my pocket. Got those. This needs to come out of here. Does not need to go in here. Can go in here though. Okay. Now, I think these need to stay in there. Okay, my purple bundle. Alrighties. So, I got my flowers over here all set up. And, oh yes. Did I pick up? No, I did not. I'm not paying attention now, am I? No, I'm all discombobulated from, having my entire day 3. Oh yeah. Having my entire day 3 just be total junk recording. I really do look like a crazy lady talking to myself, talking about a game that nobody can see but me. It's imaginary. I'm just gonna plant some trees so that I got some trees that I can chop down for some wood. That's important. In case you didn't know that. You gotta have wood. Gotta have trees and wood in Minecraft. Oh man, how nice would it be for me to just, be on the realm that I have with 2 of my partners. Oh man. And how we resource share, and like, there's so many things I wouldn't have to do and you guys wouldn't have to watch me do. Now, as I'm making adjustments to formatting and taking, recommendations under advisement, one of the things that I'm considering doing is dropping how long I record for. I'm going to do a 45-minute video and a 30-minute video and see what either people comment on and say that they like, because, again, not to brag, but I did have 2 strangers comment on my video. In case you didn't know that. Just throwing that out there. But seeing what either people like or what feels most comfortable for me. And so I'll do a 45 and then I'll do a 30-minute video for the next go around. And moving forward from there, I don't know that I'm going to do hour-long videos. I do know that I personally have always preferred hour-long videos. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be the best option for my videos now. I understand that these long form, tedious, not a whole lot of like time jump editing, like, oh, this was a boring part where all I was doing was sitting here and, oh, sorry, big yawn. Or it's just me minding my way through script mine and was like, completely tedious and absolutely boring. Like, some of that stuff I might, go through and like scrunch it down and time lapse it and then do a voiceover for, like I've done for videos 1 and 2 by now. However, I'd really like to avoid stuff like that. Part of the fun with these, and part of what is so enjoyable about them, at least for me and the other people I know that enjoy them, is that seeing every step of the way. It is the seeing of that is part of what is enjoyable. If that makes any kind of sense. And if it doesn't make any kind of sense, my content might not be for you. But that's okay because 2 strangers liked my video. So yeah, I personally prefer watching the hour-long content. But again, I'm not like a professional at this, so like I'm not necessarily the most engaging or entertaining. I don't know. So it might be that watching my content is horribly boring. And the only people who watch it are people who are watching it to go to sleep. You never know, right? So, a tree. Sorry, this is what I was waiting on. But I understand that nowadays people are used to either having that, you know, if they're watching it for an hour, they see big, massive changes and differences and stuff like that because it's been hyper edited and things like that. So essentially, if they're enjoying an hour-long video, that hour-long video has like 4 hours of content, if not more, edited down into that hour, right? Whereas the classic Let's Plays, you really didn't have a whole lot of editing or time jumping or things like that. Every now and then, I know I'm saying that, recognizing now that I have in fact had to like time lapse 2 of my time lapse my first 2 videos because life, you know. However, like I really would just do straight run throughs like the old Let's Plays that I've enjoyed so much. Also, keep in mind, I've never done any of this before. One, talking to a camera and being engaged with somebody who's not engaging back with me. Two, operating like all of these softwares and stuff. Like, this is all new. This is me learning how to do all of these things. So the fact that I've only had one video that I've messed up the recording of so far during a learning process, I'm kind of proud of that. Just saying. And another thing is, like, I have never worked with video editing software before. Ever. Until video 1, never. Absolutely not. So, anybody who wants to make fun of me for using, like, a preloaded template for, like, my intro and outro, go ahead. Go ahead. Make fun of me. You're not going to hurt my feelings. because I have never done this before. And the fact that it was good enough for you to have, one, seen it, and two, stuck around long enough to insult it in the comment section. Love you. Love the engagement. Anyway. Oh, and I know that, I'm over here talking about being a god person. We must keep the gods appeased. While also using kitty cat noises to censor my foul language. But that is because my girlfriend's daughter, who is a teeny tiny human being and absolutely adorable, she is the one who gave me that idea. She said, I want you to use kitty cat sounds for that. And I said, that is phenomenal. And I'm going to do that. I might switch it up later, might have different sound effects over the top of all of that. However, for now, she wants me to have kitty cat sounds, so I'm going to have kitty cat sounds, and that's just how the world works. Needless to say, when she watched video 1, she was tickled to death. She thought she was watching some professional Minecrafter, like I was already some famous person, playing Minecraft, and I used her idea to use kitty cat sounds over my bad words. And the joy that that tiny human expressed with that knowledge, oh my goodness. You couldn't pay me for that. You couldn't pay me for that. Oh, that's what I was doing. That's why I turned this way. You you can't pay me to take something like seriously. Oops. You could not pay me enough to take that away from that tiny human, because that is the most preciousest thing I've ever seen. Okay, actually, I forgot something. Because I have really bad luck with my bees catching themselves on fire. Did I not have? Oh, I did. Right there. Spruce sticks. That's not what I want. What is it that I want? There we go. That's just 2. So we're going to go like this. We're going to have 4, even though we only need 3, but that's okay. I'd rather have more than I need than not enough. Because I have really bad luck with my bees catching themselves on fire. Like, I put this down, and then my bees fly into it. So I have to use, trapdoors to keep my bees from accidentally killing themselves. It's very tragic. I've seen other people just like plop them down and never have a problem. Ever. Not me. Every time. Every time my bees will catch themselves on fire and die. I'm so sad. Okay. We're going to go ahead and put this extra one up here. I am hoping that I am video adjustments are all what they need to be. Audio adjustments are all what they need to be. I still have a flower in my pocket. I don't need a flower in my pocket. Go away. Woo! Yeah. Okay. My phone keeps making noises at me and distracting me. Oh, hello, kitty pants. My bad. I didn't mean to scare you. Yes, I grew that ginormous tree just so that I could have pod soil. So I could have my mushrooms growing. Oh my goodness. Okay, there. Yay! I love the buzz buzz of the bees. Buzz 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 of the bees. Like this. Like this. Ta-da! Okay. I now have buzz 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 bees. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a spruce sapling with me over there. I have oak over there. I'm not worried about oak. Here's my peony. I didn't put my peony down. I did not have a rose bush. Oh, I did. I did have a rose bush. Lilac. Lilac that I don't have. That's what it was. I know there was something I was missing, but that's okay. I like to make sure that my bees have options. Did you get stuck, Mr. Bee? You just land on the ground and... Oh, you did. You just landed on the ground while being still. Where did you come from? This is the second time I've had somebody come out of there. Probably needs like lots of... There's another kitty noise for you. Light some meow up. So that the monsters will quit coming after me. That's important. I don't like dying to the monsters. Oh look, it's the other side of this cave. So that's fun. Oops. I did not successfully make that jump. Imagine that. Oh no, it's the dark times. Keep me safe. My nose is itchy. Alright. Quit shoving me. Goodness gracious. So look at that. Already got 2 red polka dotty mushrooms. It's already spreaded by 1. Squeak, squeak. I do love me some bats. Squeak, squeak, squeak. There's bats. All of that gravel's gonna fall on my head if I don't put this torch in the right spot. And then I'm gonna be squished and drowned. It's gonna be very sad. I realize I'm very ambitious, hoping that, you know, the death of my avatar in a video game will be sad to somebody. But you gotta have goals. I mean, you know. Oh, yes, I was supposed to be building up my villager population, and that requires beds and do things I started to do and then did not finish doing. They haven't even populated all the beds I gave them. And that's because this village is garbage. And that's where I was going to start from. I was going to start with fixing up this village because it's garbage. Then I got bored and went on an adventure and found something else and got all kinds of new ideas for stuff I wanted to do. Welcome to ADHD Minecraft, everybody. This is the ADHD edition. Well, we're gonna work on the village. Let's start with a shovel. Gotta have a shovel and lots of dirt, which I don't. I can dig dirt. Okay, I can dig dirt. Digging dirt I can do. Look at that. Better already. Oh, that cracked me up. Okay. I'm gonna go find me a spot. Okay, so this is a spot I can just dig some dirt. This is completely unnecessary through here. Like, why? What for why? It is obnoxious and is simply in the way and creates issues. So, but for why? I'm gonna chop down this tree because mobs hide under trees after they come out at night, and then they hide under the trees, and then my villagers die. And then I get to be sad. Birch. Oh, it is the first time I messed with birch on this map. Hooray! Oh, you're dead to me. Am I going down there? Okay, so like, we're gonna free this piggy because I take issue with this. Goodbye, Mr. Piggy. Hope have a nice life. I love you. I love you, Piggy. And for those of you who know, love you too, Piggy. Chew. For those of you who don't know, sucks to be you. Okay. Okay, so this is here for no reason, so use this one too. Shovel is definitely one of the most important tools when cleaning up a village area. Need it for putting down your little paths. Need it for evening out some of the areas that don't need to be ginormous and glorpy. The flesh-toned spoon is very important. For Lost the Universe and everything. There we go. Okay, so we are not going to have a connection here. This is a hot mess, and connecting that would be crazy. But we can come down to here and fix this connection here. We'll lose the connection to there, but that connection can come in at a different point. And it will look just as cute, I promise. This is also ridiculous. Just absolutely crazy. So we'll have to find a good connection point for that. I don't know why I took that. That was fine where it was. Okay, so we got another little area here. I'm definitely going to be working these areas up, cutifying them, and getting a little bit of practice at some of the things that I want to get better at. Like, oh, this is such a hot mess. Hot mess. Ew, yucky hot mess. All of this through here. Big yucky hot mess. All of this through here. Big yucky hot mess. Like, why? But for why? But for why you go down and then come up steps. And then jump up. But for why? Just, but for why? So I think that's where I'm going to be focusing for the next playthrough. I believe the next playthrough is going to be me working on some of these things that are just bugging the ever-loving daylights out of me. As I have expressed here today. We are almost at our time for today. A little bit more before we hit that 45-minute mark, but we're getting really close. I'm going to break this. I'm going to take it away. Just for now. Just for now. And that's because I want my people focused on being farmers and producing more babies. So we've got a bell here. We've got a bell here. And as you can see, we've got far more bells over here. Or far more people at that bell than we do at this bell. And this is a very long, so I think this area is going to need to get moved down. Yeah. Maybe. We shall see. Either way, I'm definitely going to need a farmer down here. I don't know why these guys still have jobs. Thought I got all the thingy-madwapples. Cauldrons. Clearly I did not. Either that or they just don't realize that they're jobless right now. They are unemployed. Okay. So I've got some options, lots of options for expanding my population in various directions. And yeah. We're going to do that. Absolutely going to do that. Honestly, with the recording that got messed up, truly, you all did not miss much. It was a lot of me oohing and awing over that cave structure again. Because I didn't ooh and awe over it enough when I first stumbled across it, right? And you know, me extolling on how awesome I think that little cave area is and how excited I am to do various things to it. Only for me to then get, you know, shot in the back and, like, you know, get myrtleated and died. I put down one sweetberry bush. So that happened. Otherwise, you really didn't miss anything. Which is kind of sad to say. because I was, in fact, playing the game for the length of time that supposed to be playing the game for. So yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, I'm gonna get some. Can I help you? Okay. The gods have requested my attention, so yeah. Apologies for the distraction. As I was saying, well, I like this so much. It's the kind of thing I usually would not like. You know what? I think I'm gonna take this down. I'm just gonna take it down. This is what I was talking about video length is like, I did a 45-minute recording earlier and it felt like you didn't miss anything. That's the reason why I like the 1 hours for the Let's Plays, or at least, watching them. However, I'm sorry. I will be right back. The gods have spoken. They have to go to the bathroom. Okay. It appears as if my Lord and Savior is currently appeased. Hopefully, this lasts until we make it to the end of our recording time. Which is only like 10-ish minutes away. Oh well, we shall see. In any event, let's play. Okay. So this should be all opened up. Yep. This is all opened up now. I mean, I like the idea of this cute little planter up here, but I'm definitely going to change it later. Right now, it's not important. I also need clear out some inventory, clearly. I don't like beetroots, so I'll keep the carrots. Oh, I don't need leaf litter. Me and my inventory. It's so bad. But anyway. Okay. So one of the things that I need to do is... Oh, this is so tiny. Oh my goodness. Anyway. So one of the things that I definitely need to do is I need to get a few more compost. Let's see. We've got 3 of them sitting over here. Well, we've only got 1 sitting up here. Okay. appeasement of the gods. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, make it so that they're less likely to bugger around and mess stuff up. Right, like that. And actually, I need to take this middle one out. I don't know if I'm kidding with this. This needs to just not be here. But what I can do is I can add that. Oh my goodness. I make a mess and do some things. Apologies, the gods I thought were appeased are now at my feet, behaving as if they are not appeased, as if they are upset with life, the universe, and everything. Oh, look, a Minecraft kitty. Looking as if there is more they need from life. Okay, so. Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm not sorry. So. This looks like a good spot for me to break my shovel, but that's okay. I'm going to put another farm up here. That is, in fact, one of the things that I'm going to do. Oops. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, 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 doo-dum, doo-dum. I'm not crazy, you're crazy. Just saying. Now, I need a bucket, some water, and my seeds, and a new shovel. And that's probably going to be about as far as we make it in this session. Do I already own a shovel? No. It should be, we should be able to make a copper bucket. Like, it should be a requirement that you wax it before you can use it as a bucket. Like, you have a bucket, but you can't use it, right? Like, you can't, like, milk a cow with it, and you can't, like, scoop any water with it until it's been waxed. Like, that should be a thing. But we should totally be able to make copper buckets. Or the copper buckets, like, wear out. Just like with our other equipment, right? It's got a little life bar. It wears out and dies. It is the dark time. It is the dark time. There's literally... Let me in... There we go. He's trying to get me killed. I don't know why. Why do you hate me, mister? Just you go in there for right now, and then you go right there for right now. You go where that goes. You can go where that goes. You can go up here where that goes. I do need these seeds for right now. You can go up here where that goes. You can go up here where that goes. hoe. That is not what I meant to do. Oops. Also not what I meant to do. All of my iron is back at my other place, and I really need a bucket. Like, really need a bucket. So I'm going to have to run all the way back there. Hi. I need you to quit being dumb. I did not put you in my offhand for a reason. There you go. Anybody else feel like chicken tonight? Like chicken tonight? Chicken tonight? Slap that chicken in a butt. Okay, so yeah, this is currently my life right now. Since that will make you feel better. Alright. We have reached the time limit of our play through for today for our 45-minute marker. Hopefully, I get a little better at this. Hopefully, I get a little more streamlined. And, you know, all of you strangers in the comments, welcome. Because, you know, I don't know if you know, but I actually had 2 strangers watch my video and leave comments on my first video. You have no idea. Still makes me feel good. So, hopefully you all were able to enjoy that, and I am so grateful that I even have the chance to get to do all of this and to try and learn all of this. Obviously, I'm not going to be anywhere near as good as the people who are at the professional level because they've already gone through all of this. They've already learned all of this, and they would probably be laughing at my paltry efforts, but that's fine. You guys want to make fun of me for having templates? Go for it. Make fun of my templates. Do so in the comment section, please. Engage with my videos. But either way, so grateful you guys were here. Believe it or not, I love you. And yes, even the ones I don't like. Have a good night.